hope the interested student and his staff and faculty member will be joining as soon as possible, and then we could start the thing, right? Mayurakshi and other students, do you have any other question from the last session?
Okay.
Oh, perfect. So we will start in next 1 minute. Let's wait for the other people to join. And Abhay sir, can you please confirm, is it recording right now? You are unmute. If you are speaking, then you are unmute. That means you are muted right now. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir. Please start the session.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Recording is start, and the session is the live on YouTube.
Okay, perfect. Then let me share my screen. And can please, all the audience, can you please mute yourself? Mayurakshi, just please confirm whether my screen is visible to you or not.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, so it's 2:05. Let's start. And welcome you all in DevOps classes, DevOps session. My name is Varun Manik, and I'm an AWS ambassador and senior consultant at Deloitte Consulting, Southeast Asia. And I am taking care of the cloud engineering from Deloitte side in entire Southeast Asia. So without making any delay, let's start the second session, where this is the completely hands-on session as I promised you guys last session. But before starting it, let's go for a quick recap and then we could start it, right? So these are my profiles, and hope you know about this last classes. Those who do not know, just a quick introduction. I have a 10 years experience in the cloud, and I have worked in a multiple companies, as well as I'm a research scholar also. I have technical blog, YouTube, and there are so many things, right? You can go through that with this, and you can know more about myself, right? These are my certifications and professional affiliations, and my experience about the cloud and the industry, right? So last time, the first topic in episode 2 is recap. So last time we have gone through the entire AWS DevOps tools and technology, and what is the DevOps, what is the culture, mindset, and all those things. We have gone through that. And after that, we discussed about this, why AWS, not other than I told you about the Gartner chart, which we can see here. And in the Gartner chart, Amazon Web Services is on the top, and I have like 10 years experience in that. So that's why I am using the Amazon Web Services for the DevOps. And these sessions are especially for students, those who are really interested in cloud, whether you are a BTech second year student, third year, final year, BCA or MCA, or any other degree associated student. It is definitely worth for you to stay with me for next 1 hour, and there is a 10 session for this DevOps class. So this is the second one. So please, available in all 10 session, and definitely you will get some good knowledge about that. So as we saw last time, this is the Amazon Web Console. And right now we are going to start the DevOps CI/CD process. CI, that means continuous integration, and CD represent the continuous delivery. But before starting, guys, let me tell you one more thing. These are all the very, very advanced topic in the industry. So if you do not understand, bear with me, try to focus yourself while doing the practical, and while I'm saying anything, just try to focus it out. And then whenever you have a time, just Google it out and then go through my YouTube channel or go through the other videos. You will definitely learn it. And believe me or not, once you have gone through this, the entire session, you have a very good DevOps knowledge, and you will be a very good participant in the industry for getting job or for training or for any other purpose, right? So come back to this slide. CI, that means continuous integration, and CD, that means continuous delivery. So this is the continuous process. That is why we can see this infinite symbol, and this will start with from planning. So it will plan, then we have to code the, like what software we wanted to build, that is part of the planning session. And then we can go for the coding section, like we have to develop the code. Let's suppose it's a Java or Node.js. Then we have to build the code for that. And then we need to run the unit testing. We need to run the other testing with Selenium or automation testing. And once it is tested, then we need to release to that server or the container. So let's suppose we are doing for the server release, that means deploying your code to the server. And then we have a deployment process. Last class I have discussed. Let's suppose you have 2 server, 20 server, or 200 server, and you wanted to deploy the same code on all the server across the same time. Then how would you do that? Then the code deploy will take place. Then the operating system, and how do you operate this? And then monitoring is the last session. And once you monitor, then you get notified, and then again come back to the planning section. This is the entire life cycle for the CI/CD pipeline or the DevOps pipeline. Now, the first thing is that planning. So what software you wanted to build, that you need to plan. So in this demonstration for next 10 classes, I'm gonna build a website, and it's a proper good website. I'm gonna show you in next 5 minutes. And then for that website, I have to decide what software I wanted, and then need to write the code. So I will start it from the coding section. So now once we talk about the code, the first thing is that Git. So do you have any idea about the Git? Any student, can you please tell me, unmute yourself and let me know, like if you have any idea about the Git. Anyone from the audience? Come on, guys.
Anyone, please unmute yourself and ask your question, or ask you about the what is the GitHub and so.
Okay, your silence means you are not able to communicate. That is the difference between online and offline classes.
Platform which allows.
Yeah, can you repeat again?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, it is a platform which allows us to host the websites like a server.
Okay, thank you for your answer, but it is not correct. Okay, let me explain. But thank you. I appreciate your gesture. Right. So Git is a software where we can manage our codes. Let's suppose there are 20 people, 20 developer or 10 developer working on the same project, and they wanted to change the code in the same file. Then how do they manage it? That is the biggest question. How do they manage it? Because all the application what you are using in your mobile, like Facebook, Gmail, Instagram, or Tinder, anything. So all the code, all the application have some code with them, right? And that code has been written from some developer. So So that code needs to be managed and merged by someone, and that someone is the source code management, which is known as the SCM. So Git is one of the example for source code management. So let's suppose there is a 4 point, like Git is an open source distributed version control system where you wanted to control your versions of code. I will just show you after 5 minutes, like how do we manage the version control. Then to work with AWS Code Commit repository, you need to the Git command interface. So in Amazon, the AWS Code Commit is known as the Git. This service is known as the Git. Okay. So what is AWS Code Commit? AWS Code Commit is a fully managed code control service that makes it easy to companies to host secure and highly scalable private Git repository. So your answer was, it should be not the application hosting, it should be the Git repository hosting, the code hosting, and there is no need to manage anything. Everything is managed by the Amazon Web Services, right? So this is what the AWS Code Commit looks like. And then what is the features in a code commit compared to the other things? So it is fully managed, it is very secure. And how does we make it more secure? I'm gonna show you in the demonstration. So the fully managed service, the security, the high availability, and you can store any kind of file, right? Any large size of file, you can able to store it here. So the pricing of the Git. So the next question is that what is the price for the Git? So for the 1,000 repository per account, it is up to the 25,000 upon the request. 50 GB per month storage is free. So this is, I'm talking about the free services of the Amazon. The first 5 active user is free. The 10,000 Git request per month is free, right? And then if you want to pay, then this is the paid subscription over here, right? So this is all about the pricing. I'm just making it very short to give more times in the hands-on experience, right? So as we discussed last time, build, test, release, monitor, and plan. So right now we're gonna write the code in our SCM. Okay, so first we need to connect with the EC2 machine, and then I will let you know how to do the Git thing. And for the Git, how it looks like in an Amazon console. So this is, I have created the Access DevOps repository on the Amazon console, and from there I have already uploaded my code. Now, if you want to check out or you want to create your own Git repository, you need to just log into the AWS account and then you can proceed. So that is the second thing. And this is the Git Basic. I have just put a slide over here. Those who have not encounter with the Git, and this is the first time you want to learn about that, then this is the basic, like what are the basic commands and what are the basic features of Git is available. So let's suppose Git init, Git clone, config, Git add, status, log. So these are the basic, very, very basic Git commands. And moving forward, we will run it in a practical session, and I will explain it to you. And these are the important links. So let's go back to the practical quickly. Let me just unshare my screen once and then share it again with the proper application. Yeah. Wait a minute. So just a single window. Mayurakshi, you need to confirm when my Windows is visible to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the options. Okay, let me try one more time. Well, in that case, give me a moment. because I'm gonna share my entire screen, so I'm just making it little. Yeah, can you please confirm, Mayurakshi,
Yes, sir, it's visible.
what
So
can
log
you?
into AWS. It's
Perfect.
written.
Okay. So for this practical thing, we need to do something, these 10 steps. The first thing is log into AWS, then create an EC2 instance. So today, those who do not know how to create a virtual machine in EC2 instance and how do we connect it, then we're gonna do it one more time, and then we can install the necessary software in virtual machine, right? And then we can open the Iam User console, which is identity access and management in AWS, and then adding the permission to AWS, right? And then create the SSH keys. And once it is created, then we can upload to the Iam User and create config in Linux machine, and then connect with the code commit. So these are the steps we need to complete. But before that, the entire idea behind this scene is I wanted to see this is the wait. This is the website I have already built. Okay, Access College DevOps presentation. This is the entire project. I'm gonna make it in this entire 10 session. Make sure I'm not gonna teach you about the website development. No, this is not the right place to learn the website development. This is completely related to the DevOps session, that how do we create a CI/CD pipeline, and how do we test our code, how do we develop our code, how do we deploy our code to the GitHub, to the unit testing, to the AWS code deploy or the AWS container or any containerization framework. How do we test it, monitor it, notify it? So this is the class for the DevOps, not for the website development. But this is a demonstration project. And the next question is that, sir, from where you can develop this project and all? As simple as that, you can go to the Google, just search for the HTML free template for single page or something, and you can have a multiple link. Go to any of the link and you can download the already ready-made website. So this is one of the ready-made website, and I'm just sharing this with you all. You can check it at your end. This definitely can work for you also. Just give me a moment. Let me share with you all. And if you have any question, you are not able to speak on this, then please write your question in the comment, and then I will answer it. And Mayurakshi, this is your thing, that you need to go through the chat box, and if
Yes,
there is any question, you need to let me know.
Yes, sir.
But please do check right now whether this website is accessible from your side or not.
Yes,
Because
sir.
last time, yeah, it is accessible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So because why I'm saying, last time we only do for the HTML page, the simple code. Now this is the complete project. So you may understand about this. So this is the final output, what we have to do it to deploy on this server. And this server is running right now, right? So this is the complete output, and this is known as the AWS Code Commit. Today we're gonna learn about how do we connect with Code Commit and couple of basic Git commands, right? So this we're gonna learn about that. So first thing first, with this, log into AWS account, which is already we have done it. Now create a EC2 instance. So quickly, I'm going to the AWS instance side, then click on the launch, those who attended my last session, they know about that how do we launch it. But let's click on the launch and then select operating system. This is my operating system. Then what is the specification of your virtual machine? So I'm going for the free tier eligible, which have 1 CPU and 1 GB memory, because this is the Linux machine, and for demonstration purpose 1 GB is perfectly fine. Then this is the instance setting. I'm not going through in that. Then just click on the next. What is the storage you wanted? I want the 8 GB storage. Do you want to encrypt your storage? You can put yes or no. If yes, then this is the basic KMS key, which is key management system. But I am just going for the without encryption because of the demonstration class. Go for the tag, and here you can add the tag, which is name, and here is access web server. Right? Then go for the security group. So I already explained security group and other details in my last class. So let's choose this security group where we do have port number 80 is open. Port number 80 is not open here. Let me choose the security group. Yeah, this one. And just reviewing this all the setting is perfectly fine or not. And yeah, this is where we have to review. And then tag, we have put in the tag is name and access web server. Then launch. While launching, it is asking for the key pair, which I already have, and then go for the launch instance. So now the instance is launched. I have to log into this server. For logging to the servers, I need to go through the putty. There is a couple of other way also, but let's select this one. And here you can see the instance stage is pending. Once it is ready, then we're gonna get inside the server. But before that, this is the prerequisite over here in your local machine. The putty and WinSCP. These two software you can you can just download and run in your operating system or run in your laptop, so that it is easy to connect with the machines. Okay, so now you can see it is running. Let's click again. Then copy the public address. Go back to your WinSCP. Go to the new session, and here click on the new site. Put the host name, which is the IP address. What is the username of your Linux machine, which we have just launched, is Ec2-User. And for password, as I told that I have already downloaded the public file and private file. So just click on the authentication, go to the authenticate, go to your browsing section, and this is the key pair. I already have it. Just double click on this key and press OK. And if you want to save, just save it. Just name the demo like web demo. Save it and click on the login. Once you click on the login and everything will be working fine, then it will be connected to the system. But seems it is not connecting. Let me quickly check the security group for the port number 22. And if you do not know what is the port number 22, what is the security group, please go through my previous recording, previous video. You can able to go through, you can able to understand everything. Okay, so go to the security group quickly. Because I am not able to access, my port number 22 is not open for my, I think, just give me a moment. Go to instance back, select your web server instance, go to the security group, click on the security group here in a new tab. Click on the action, edit inbound rule, go to the SSH custom, my IP address. Now it is my IP address, and add couple of other rule, which is HTTP to everyone. Click on the save and go back to your WinSCP again, cancel it and reconnect them. You can see that reconnection. So reconnect it. Now it is connected because port number 22 is there. It is already connected and I have integrated my PuTTY with WinSCP, right? There is a separate video. You can go to my YouTube channel and then you can figure it out, like how to do that, right? So I have just get inside the newly created virtual machine. The first thing what we're gonna do it, click, go to the sudo user and then yum update the machine, because this is a newly created machine, and -y is yes. So there is no update here. Now just recap the last session. So I have to install the httpd, yum install httpd -y. Y is okay. Let's click on this httpd, and then it is asking for yes and no. So -y is for the yes. And those who do not have the Linux idea that what I am doing it, then they have to, it is a prerequisite that you need the bare minimum Linux commands, right? So because this is, I told you, it is a very advanced class for the students. So they have to just bear with me and try to learn at their side also. So this is your homework to learn the basic command of the Linux. Now it is already there. So let's go and start the service, httpd restart. Now it is started. Go to your root location, which is cd where www HTML, and here you want to create an index page. Let's see whether before creating the index page whether it is working or not. Now this is the IP address we have, the newly created machine. Copy this IP address, go to the new tab, paste it. Now you can see the test page is there. Let's suppose we have to go for the index page, vim index.html. Just type something. Hi, this is Varun Manik class. Okay, save it, go back to your page, refresh it. Now you can see the website is launched, and if you guys can just go to your browser, type this IP address 54. Just try it right now with me, 54.174.49.255, and just let me know yes or no whether it is accessible you or not. Anyone? Because I cannot go and read the chat right now.
Yes, it's working.
Okay, thank you for your confirmation. Okay, so now this is the thing what we have done it, and then we need to copy and paste the code what I have here in my local machine. In local machine, I have already run this software which is known as Visual Studio. Please download this Visual Studio also. So let me just put connect to VM and then install necessary software, which is httpd git curl. So these are the software you need to install on your VM, right? And these are the software you need to install at your VS Code PuTTY WinSCP, right? or Notepad++, anything, whatever editor it is suited for you, right? So this is the thing you need to install at your virtual machine. So HTTPD we have installed right now, and then Git and curl we're gonna install it. But before that, this is the code, and this code we can check it while double clicking the index.html. So let's suppose this is my code location. Wait, let me show you my code location. So this is the code location what I have. If I can click on the right click, open with Google Chrome. Now you can see that. If I wanted to change, like for your smartphone, I wanted to make it session 1. So just I can go to the code. And here I am gonna type it session 1. Or session 2. Okay, save it, and then in my local machine, because local machine you can see this is my local address. So if I can refresh it, now you can see session 2, learning with Git and code. So these are the minute changes you have to done, and then you have to push to the code commit, and automatically it should be triggered the CI/CD pipeline, and your code must be pushed on the server. So that is the entire project we're gonna complete in next 10 session. But right now I'm gonna teach about the Git only, Git and code commit, right? The automation of the code to deploy on the server will not be covered in this class. Today we're gonna learn how to do it manually. Okay, so the code I have changed. Right now, you already saw that this is the newly created server with, hi, this is Varun Manik class. Now here I wanted to push my code. So what I will do, I can go to my WinSCP. I can go to my WinSCP. This is my web demonstration, and this is the server which I have already connected. What I can do, I can go to this folder. Let's make it in halfway. Okay, and yeah, just drag and drop it here. Once you drag and drop it here, it will be there in your Linux machine. So this was the testing one. Let me cancel this one. Okay, yeah. So this is the Linux machine what we have right now, where we have just write down the index.html. Then I have to go to the user, like cd home ec2 user. This is the place where we have drag and drop. If we can list out everything, we can see this canvas. So this canvas files, inside that file, we have all those details. You can see these are the index.html, the image, the font, CSS, everything is here, right? So we need to move the content of this canvas to the root directory. For that, we need to copy the folder. So as simple as that, cp-avr, this is the flag with this copy command, and then content of the canvas, which location you want to. This is the source location, and from where you wanted to paste it. So where www HTML. This is where you wanted to paste. Now it is asking whether you want to overwrite the index.html file or not, because index is already available. So press yes. Y, and then it will copy the index.html. Go back to the location where www and HTML, just ll, list out everything. Now you can see everything is here. Let's try whether it is accessible from the server or not. Now, if you can refresh the page, now it is available with the new code. Can you check it at your end and confirm?
Yes, sir.
See, this is how easy it is to deploy a website in a real-time scenario in cloud section. Either it's a Microsoft Cloud, Amazon Cloud, Google Cloud, any of them. You just need to learn one technology, one cloud, and everything you can work, anywhere you can work. And if you know this kind of knowledge in your graduation level, believe me or not, you will get a very good job in the market. You will never feel that you don't have a skill to earn the money. So this is the skill set. You need to work around that. Reach out to me on LinkedIn, reach out to me on my WhatsApp. And if you have any question, just let me know. I will definitely help you out. Yeah. So this is, let's get back to the topic. So this is how we gonna deploy it. Now this is the IP, why we are not putting any .com like varunmanik.com or something. That is a domain name. And that can be covered in the last section of this, the entire syllabus, right? So let's go back and learn about the Git or code commit. So here we already write the code project, the entire code in our local machine with the help of Visual Studio, and then with the help of WinSCP, we have copied these things to the server, and it is accessible for the globe, anywhere in the globe, right? Because I'm sitting in Malaysia right now and you guys are in India and you can able to access it. That means it is available for the entire world. You need to just copy and paste the right IP address. Now, the next question is that why code commit is come in the place? So my question is that to you all, right? See, for one project, there are many developers who gonna work, right? So let's suppose I have 10 other colleagues who is writing the code on the same page, index.html, right? How do we manage the code? How do we manage the version? Okay, what is the change of the developer 1? What is the change of the developer 2? Whether the developer 1 change has been updated or not. 2, let's suppose I have put it this, this line, right? I have put it the session 2 learning Git. So this code has to be updated to my developer 1, developer 2, developer 3 in their laptop. How do we manage it? So answer to all this question is source code management, right? Where we can manage the source code, we can manage the version. And for an example, we do have some source code management software which is known as GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, and in AWS Cloud, we're going to learn about the AWS Code Commit. So let's go ahead and work around the AWS Code Commit. So go to your instance, go to your services, just type AWS or just type Code Commit. Now, you can just click on the code commit and it will asking for the getting started. Here you can go through the video and you can learn about everything in this, right? But let's create a repository. Let's go for the hands-on. Click on create repository. Give any name of the repository. So let me tell you my repository is DevOps demo. Right? So this is the description of that repository, right? And create the repository. Now you are able to create the repository. So in code commit, there is a proper process or proper steps. How do you connect with your code commit via your Linux machine? And remember, I told you it is more secure. Why it is more secure? Because it can go for the IAM user. So this is what I'm gonna teach you, how to create an IAM user and how do we connect with this. So you can see here, I already logged in with a username as access. Now I'm gonna create a separate user and I'm gonna teach you the IAM for that. And after that, we need to provide some good permission over there to that user, and that user can be accessed to our code commit. So step one, go to the IAM, go to the user. So this is okay. So this is where you have to type IAM, then click on the IAM side. Then here you can go to the user. Inside this user, you need to add user. And this time I'm putting the name as demo. Username, what it requires the password for AWS Management Console. Yes, it is. Then custom password, I am just giving a password over here. And then user must not create the password next time. Then permission. And here I am going to give the permission for this user, attach existing policy, just write commit. And here you can see the AWS code commit power user. Click on this, click on next, next, create user. So your newly created user is here, the demo user, right? And you can see it is not a part of any group, and the password is just generated. Last activity, there is no activity in this. So click on this user. Once you click this user, there are a couple of things you can see. The permission, which we have given the commit power user, the groups, the tags, and security credential. So if you click here, the security credential, and at the bottom, you can find the SSH key for AWS code commit. And if you click on the learn more, and this is the beauty of this website, all the supporting document, you can find it over here. So this is all about the code commit thing and how to do this, you know, each and everything. So go back to your, now here if you can click on the upload SSH public key. So this is what we wanted to do that. And for that, we do have an entire process to complete that. From the top, set up steps for SSH connection to AWS code commit repository on Windows or on Linux. So let me go for the Linux one. So these are the 4 steps we're gonna perform it. The first thing is all about the IAM user. We already implemented the IAM user with the right policy and right access. Then the second thing is that installing the Git. So the second thing what we're gonna do it is go to your Linux machine and yum install Git. You have to type this yum install Git, click enter. Then you can see these are the packages it's gonna be download and install, and press yes to install it. Now Git is there, so you can just check. I'm pressing Control L to clear the screen. Git -- version. So this is the Git version 2.3.32.0 is already installed and it's working. Right now, we do have to go for the third step. Now configure Credential on your Linux or Mac OS, and for that you need to run this particular command, which is SSH keygen. And I know guys, there are many questions you have right now. What is SSH, what is Git and all. Bear with me, and whatever thing you do not know, you have to just go to your home and then Google it out. If you are literally interested with this, it will very easy to find this all things in the YouTube or in the Google. Anywhere you can go and read this thing. So I'm just copying that thing and pasting here SSH key gen. If I press enter, it will create the key pair, the RSA key pair right now. I'm just clicking and hitting enter 3 times. And now if I can go to this location .ssh and list out the key pair, then you can see these two key pair is just created, which is 6:48, the time in my machine. So if I can put the time, date, you can see 6:49 is the current timing, and 6:48, just before a minute, it is created with the SSH keygen command. Now it is created. You have to cat this public key, copy this one, go back to the console, paste it here, and upload SSH key. Once it is uploaded, you can see the SSH key here. And this is the most secure Git software we can see ever, compared to the Bitbucket, compared to the GitLab, compared to the GitHub. This is the another level of security in the AWS code commit, right? Then go back to the next step here. Now you have done this, you created, then you already copied this public key, pasted here. The next step is that you have to copy this one and create another file name which is known as config. So I'm just copying this content, going back to the terminal, pressing Ctrl L to clear the machine, clear the screen, then vim config. Just pasting my detail here, and now here we wanted to paste the ID, copy this one, paste it here, and then it is asking for what is your identity file. So my identity file is ID RSA, ID underscore RSA. And how do I know? Because if you can list out everything, so ID RSA is there. So again, if you get the config file, you can see this is the location, and pwd present working directory is root.ssh. So same location with the same name. Now go back to your steps. Now this ID RSA is already copied. You have to change the mode of your config file. Just copy and paste chmod 600. Now it is changed. Now what is chmod and all? This is the Linux terminology. You have to learn about that. You can see this read, write, read, and read. User group and all, right? So these are the things coming with 600, chmod and all. So these are the basic Linux things, right? You have to go through that. Now, once it is done, let's check whether it is connected or not. So I'm trying to copy and paste the SSH command for Git. Now it is, press yes. Yeah, it is connected. One more time you have to check with this command, with the verbose, whether it is connected or not. Then Ctrl L to clear the screen. Paste it here, SSH git code commit US East 2. And where we are doing it? We are doing inside the US East 1. So go back here. Rather than 2, we have to press 1 and okay. Seems everything is done. So let's go back to your EC2 user. Sorry. Okay. Now, if you can go here in your code commit where you already created your repository, this one, demo, click here. And here you can see clone the URL. So you have to clone this URL. And right now you do not have anything here, right? There is no file, nothing here. So just clone the URL, click on this, clone SSH. So go back to your machine, just type git clone and paste it here, the repository URL address. So this is my repository URL address. If I hit enter, now you can see it is already cloned, but it is an empty repository. So LL. So now my code is here. My repository is here already. If I can go inside the access, and if I can see LL-A, which is hidden file and folder, you can see the Git folder is there, all the credential, everything should be there, right? So the thing is that we have to copy the code which is in this folder and upload here. So simple command, cp-avr, then canvas, whatever code you have inside the canvas, it should be copied inside this file. Now this file is already there. Control L to clear the screen. Then LL, get inside this folder, access. Now list out everything. Now you have the folder. So still there is nothing in code commit here. Now I am gonna push the code from my Linux machine to the code commit. And here is the beauty of source code management will come. So for that, I need to learn about the Git Basic Command. So this is, if you type Git here, you can see all the basic command is here. So basic command, what I am gonna put it, git add, git commit, and git push. So what is this add done? Add file content to the index. I'm gonna add to the index. Then git commit, record changes to the repository, and git push, which can be upload or update the remote repository. Okay, so clearing the screen. Now git add, and if I press dot, it can add all my folder, right? Then press git status. So these are the newly file added inside the git, right? Now I'm gonna run the commit, git commit -am. These are the flag, the first upload. So it is added to the git. Now git push. While running this command, it's gonna push all my code to the code commit. Let's refresh it from the top. Now you can see all the code is here. If you can check the index.html and check. So these are the things what we have changed it here. So this is how we can push our code to the code commit, which can be work as a source code management. Now the question is that what is source code management? What is the version control things, right? So here you can see we have given the commit message, the first upload. Let's suppose Mayurakshi also have the access of this code, or any of the access student also have the access of the code. Now you just need to go to this repository, clone the URL. If you can just click on the clone URL, and then you have to download this one anywhere. All the code should be downloaded to your laptop. Let me show you. This is the another location I'm going for the OPT LL. There is a no user, right? So now I am just putting git clone and paste the URL. and hit enter. And of course, you do have permission to clone the credential, what I have taught you like 5 minutes ago. And once you click LL, you can see all the folder is here, then get inside the directory, which is access, and then LL. Now you can see all the folder. If I can give you access and you just run this particular command in your Linux machine or Windows machine, it will gonna be download at your end. And then you can make changes. And whenever you have make some change, you need to do some comments. Based on that comment, you can do the things, right? Let me tell you one more thing from here. Let's edit something from here. Vim index.html. Let's change the title. Just pressing I, go to the title. Rather than canvas free HTML, I'm just putting this DevOps classes. Okay. And git add git commit -am changing title, change details. And git push. If I have multiple user, so I'm pushing, I just made a change in the file and pushing over here. And if you can go to the commit, now you can see the second commit, which is change the title just now. And what is the change? Just click over here. Now it will open a GUI where you can see this red color is minus. That means this line has been deleted. And what should be added? So the green color plus DevOps classes is added right now. So this is how you can control the version. If you want to go back to the version, there are commands in the Git. And for learning Git, this is the basic website for Git. You can go ahead, learn the document, go to the documentation, and go to the GitHub cheat sheet. So this is the cheat sheet what we have. Multiple language. Let's go for the English. And now you can see the git add command what we have run, git commit command what we have run. Let's run the git log command to see whether it is logging or not. So if I can put git log, I can see I have put two changes. One is the first upload and one is the change the title. So similarly, if you have 10 developer, 20 developer, 200 developer, all the things has been recorded inside the log, and you can able to check it in the log commit section over here or commit section it's somewhere else. And there is a lot more facility provided by Git for branch. Let's about development branch, staging branch, pre-development branch, testing branch. So you can create your own branch and play with that. So I'm not teaching the Git right now, but these are the basic fundamental property of Git. My goal to taught you in this class, how do we connect the AWS code commit with your Linux machine or with your Visual Studio Code. Now the next class, we will learn how do we make integration of the code deploy with your code commit and try to run the pipeline. So this is the entire thing I have covered. Let's repeat it here. Log into AWS, done. Create an instance, EC2 instance, done. Connect to the VM, done. Install necessary software is already done. Open AWS IAM console and add permission to user. Actually, add user and permission to This is also done. Create SSH key done. Upload SSH key to IAM is done. Create config file is already done. Connect code with code commit via SSH done, and push code in code commit. So this has been done here. So let me just go back to the slide. Can see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the important links, what you can go through that, and I will upload this one in the slide share link. I will send and share the slide share link with you where you can get this PPT. And recording, it is already recording to the YouTube. So I will also provide the YouTube link over here so that you guys can go over to the YouTube and figure out where to refer the same content, right? And by the way, these are the important link. If you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, you can just go through that anywhere and reach out to me. So in the PPT section, question and answer, do you have any question? Please go ahead and ask your questions. Yeah. Anyone? Sir, you are muted. If you are talking, then you are muted. Yeah. You want to say something, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you for this wonderful session.
एक चीज मैं बोलना चाहूंगा, देखिए बच्चों, आपको शायद ये चीज हो सकती है कि समझ में नहीं आई हो, या कुछ फैकल्टी मेंबर भी हो जिनको शायद ये लग सकता है कि चीजें समझ में नहीं आई हो. ऑफ कोर्स ये समझ में थोड़ा सा आपको मतलब इसके पीछे का बैकग्राउंड जानना पड़ेगा, मेरे प्रीवियस वीडियोस को देखने पड़ेंगे, और कुछ ना कुछ आपको अपने एंड पे गूगल पे यूट्यूब पे पढ़ना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये सबसे ज्यादा एडवांस टॉपिक है. अगर टॉप 5 प्रोफाइल आप अगर देखेंगे कंप्यूटर साइंस में जो सबसे ज्यादा पेड हैं, उनमें डेवऑप्स नंबर 1 पे आता है. तो यू हैव टू लर्न, यू हैव टू मेक create interest for the DevOps and the cloud. Once you have the interest, एक बार जब आप इंटरेस्ट बना लेंगे, उसके बारे में पढ़ेंगे डेली बेसिस पे 5 मिनट 10 मिनट 15 मिनट आधा घंटा जितना आपके पास समय मिले, आप उसको पढ़िए. और जब आप उसको पढ़ने लगेंगे तो प्रैक्टिकल करने के लिए मैं हूं सर. कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट आप अगर मुझे क्लाउड का ले आके देंगे, किसी भी मतलब AI, मशीन लर्निंग, अभी एक 4 तारीख को मेरा सेमिनार है मशीन लर्निंग और आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस पे अमेजॉन क्लाउड पे भी, मैं उसका भी लिंक आप लोग को दूंगा. दैट इज विद द डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटी. आप कुछ भी अगर अमेजॉन क्लाउड में करना चाहते हैं, डायरेक्टली रीच आउट टू माय लिंक्डइन कनेक्शन. वहां पे आप मुझे मैसेज करिए, अपना नंबर दीजिए. व्हेनेवर आई हैव टाइम आई कैन गेट बैक टू यू. आप पढ़ें और इसको पढ़ के अपना भविष्य उज्जवल बनाए. यही दैट्स ऑल आई वांटेड. एंड होपफुली नेक्स्ट सेशन हम लोग प्लान करके आपको अर्ली बता देंगे. तो पहले क्या पढ़ना है, क्या पढ़ाऊंगा, उसमें I will let you know a little bit earlier so that you can have some homework at your place and then you can come and ask the question here. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you for bearing me from last 1 hour. Thank you all. And the thanks of vote, I think Mr. Abhay Shukla will take care of that. Abhay sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, this is a very interactive session for the students. I think actually these technologies are new for our students, but there are some queries I get from their side. And next session, you have the lots of the queries from the student side, because of they have got the link for the how to they assembles and how to they get some new innovative frameworks and technologies. So thank you, sir.
सर एक चीज बताऊंगा, ये स्टूडेंट के लिए ही नया टॉपिक, एडवांस टॉपिक नहीं है। जो इंडस्ट्री में 10-10 साल से 15-15 साल से हैं, उनके लिए भी ये बहुत नया टॉपिक है। एंड यू कैन नॉट बिलीव, मतलब मैं प्रोफेशनल ट्रेनर हूँ, अक्रॉस द ग्लोब आई हैव द स्टूडेंट, और जो जिनका वर्क एक्सपीरियंस 20-20 साल का है वो भी मुझसे आके क्लाउड के बारे में, डेवऑप्स के बारे में पूछते हैं। तो जो बच्चा अभी सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर, फाइनल ईयर में है, अगर वो इस चीज को समझेगा, सीखेगा, तो द मोमेंट ही और शी स्टार्टेड हर जॉब सर्चिंग, वो आप उस 20 साल वाले के बराबर में आ जाएंगे। तो वहीं से आप वो देख सकते हैं कि पैसे, जब सैलरी का निगोशिएशन होगा, जब स्किल की बातें होंगी, तो कितना ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिलेगा।
नहीं, मैं इनको अभी एक सेशन में दूंगा, इनको एज ए प्रैक्टिकल सेशन, वो अमेज़न में कैसे वो जुड़ चुके हैं, कैसे क्या करें, इस पर वर्क किया हुआ है, मैं इसको बड़े अच्छे से जानता हूँ। और मैं उनको एक देता हूँ जिससे कि एक्चुअल में ये बियॉन्ड द कोर्स है, लेकिन न्यू है और इसमें बहुत ही स्कोप है, आई नो वेल। तो बिल्कुल नेक्स्ट जो आपका सेशन होगा उसमें स्टूडेंट्स की बहुत सारी क्वेरीज आने वाली हैं आपके लिए।
थैंक यू सो मच।
ओके,
थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू। बाय।